Hello everybody, so today we're gonna be making an Evoker guide, not like only specific in PvP, but we're gonna be talking about what every spell does on the guide, and we're gonna be focusing a bit in arena in the end, but yeah, mostly so you guys understand how the class works, and whenever you face a dragon in arena, you're not like confused, because not gonna lie, it's a bit confusing in the beginning, like even to play it was a bit confusing, but yeah. We want to start with the steps that we made on stream today. First one, what healer looks the most similar to Evoker Preservation? I'm getting asked this question every day on stream, and to be honest, I don't think there is a healer that is like similar to this, or it looks like, you know, almost similar. It's just like a mix. I will say it's like a mix, like between a Holy Priest and a Mistweaver Monk. And obviously I will put a Demon Hunter too there, because, you know, you can just fly with your wings, you know, like like, you know, I don't know how you say in English, like glide or something. Yeah, glide. So I will say why it looks like a Holy Priest, because you have abilities like delay damage, like for example the PP talent from Holy Priest, the Ray of Hope, you know, you can delay damage and you take the damage later or something like that, like then dilation or rewind the damage, you know, all this shit. Mistweaver, why? Because you have a lot of green abilities, that's why it looks like a Mistweaver, you know. Have green abilities, green holds, all this shit, you know. That's why it looks like, you know, between like a Mistweaver or a Holy Priest, or I will say so. Maybe for some people it doesn't look like it, but yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to like start with that. Talking about what every spell does and how do they work. So I think we're gonna be talking one by one. I think it's good. It's gonna take some time though, but we should do one by one so people understand. I don't know where to start from the talents. I guess we can do, yeah. So basically, okay, I want to start one by one. Okay, landslide. This is basically a root. Okay, a root. This one. Do you see? Is this you can, you know? This is basically a root. You can. It's like in the frontal, you know. So you throw it like this, and everyone that is on that path gets rooted. It can break from damage. 1 minute CD, 1.5 minutes CD, sorry, and yeah, it's 8-second root. It says 30 seconds, but it's 8-second root. Obsidian scales. This is 1.5 minutes CD. This is basically your wall. You press this, you take 30% less damage of any source. Lasts for 12 seconds. With this talent, you can have two walls, okay? And this is really OP because you combine this with obsidian metal. That's the PvP talent. That basically when you press this, you are immune to kicks, interrupt, silence, or pushback effects. Okay, so you cannot get knocked while casting. You're immune to kicks, so it's really OP because you have two charges, 1.5 minutes CD, last 12 seconds of immunity to like get kick. It's really OP. You stack them, so you probably play this talent almost every time. This PP talent with this two is really OP. Okay, let's go to the next one. Expung is basically, I don't know how you pronounce it in English, sorry. It's basically dispel. It's the dispel from the healer. Like it's like you know, dispel. It dispels. It only removes magical effects and poisons. It doesn't say any. It doesn't say poisons there, but it says here remove magic and poisons. You cannot dispel curses. You cannot dispel diseases. Only poison and magic. We want to go to the next one. Next one ability, Burden Embrace. This is basically one of the most important abilities for Evoker. Evoker healer is basically what you play around the whole time. Basically, what you do is like, you just leap to him with this, with Embrace. You know, you leap to him, and then you give him, you know, you heal him with it. So that's basically how it works. Fly to an ally and heal them for 14k. You will combine this with Life Pine, Call of Viscera. I'm gonna read it now. Burden Embrace increase the healing of your next Dream Breath by 40% or your next Living Flame by 100%. And as well, when you Burden Embrace, temporarily bonds your life with an ally, causing your healing or either partner to heal the other for 40% of the amount. You know, so you just bind to each other and the healing will share with him 40%. Kinda like a beacon, I will say, unless I'm wrong, yeah. Okay, so that's basically what you do. How do you buff this? You just press echo. You can do it on yourself as well. You can echo and then press it. Boom. You leap to him and he will heal double. Why echo? Okay, echo is here. I'm gonna tell you right now that you talk about echo. We're gonna talk about it. Echo basically, for the people that know how, the people that play Shadowlands, there was an ability called Echo in Shock for Elemental Summon that was replicating the next spell he was doing. For example, if he was doing Air Shock, he was pressing Echo into Air Shock. He was repeating the Air Shock, you know. So this is basically the same, but as he says, he heals. So Echo heals for 5k, and the next non-Echo ability, so Burden Embrace, Reversion, Dream Breath, all these abilities you have, it will duplicate them. It's actually 105%, so it's more than double. So it basically duplicate ability, you know. So for example, when you Dream Breath, you give 1 hot, but if I Echo and Dream Breath, I will have 2 hots. That's how it works. Or Echo and Reversion, I will have 2 reversions. That's how it works. So it's basically that you need to put Echo on a really good keybind, because you want to just press Echo on cooldown. Echo that, Echo that, Echo the other, you know? Echo on everything. It's basically on your rotation. It's the most important keybind, the most important spell. Okay, let me see. This is basically the kick. Kick from Evoker. It's called Cal. 40 seconds CD, 25 yards range. And it's basically kick it for 4 seconds. That's basically all. Okay, talents. Talking about Deep Breath. That is here. Deep Breath is this. That you basically, you know, is the one the dragon just goes in the air and does some damage. He's gonna do some damage. At this talent, what it does, when you press it again after you land, you go back to your position. And that's basically it. Okay? Then you have a CC. You have a Sleepwalk. Sleepwalk, let me see if I can find the mob to show you. A Sleepwalk is showing an enemy for 20 seconds, causing them to sleepwalk towards you. It's basically seduce from a warlock. So you cast it on this guy, and it's gonna walk to you. And as well, the good thing about this is damage has a chance to awaken them. So you can actually hit them. Obviously, this guy died because it's, you know, low level, but you have they have a chance to, like, do not break it. You can actually kill the guy or kill the player on the sleepwalk. Sometimes it doesn't break from damage, you know, for a few seconds. Counter is inflamed. This talent is really sick, because into any bleed, like into feral Azarox or, like, you know, diseases, you can dispel. It's like a mending bandage from Survival Hunter. You press this, you can remove every bleed, every poison, every curse, every disease, everything. It is really sick. It's OP. It's basically like a mending bandage, but I think this is better, and actually heals as well. Okay. Tip the scales. This is important. Okay. Tip the scales, what it does is just compress time to make your next empower spell cast instantly. Okay. I didn't say it before, but Evoker has empower spells. Empower spells is the abilities that you press your keybind and hold it, and, you know, you can see it has like 3 bars. So the more you hold it, the better the effect is. So that's an empower spell. So what Tip the Scales does is that you press Tip Scales, and as you can see, this is the empower spells, and I insta throw them at full value, you know, at the full level. So that's what it does. It's basically like an NS, an instant. So you make your empower spell instant and full power, full level. Full maximum power level says here. Okay? So, as I said, empower abilities are abilities that you press the button, you need to stand still, you cannot do it while moving, you need to stand still, press, and you need to, like, hard cast it. Some abilities are not worth to, like, you know, for example, Spirit Blossom, if you want to do single target healing, you want to heal 1 ally, you only press it at 1 level, as it says here. You want to heal 2 allies, 2. You want to heal 3 allies, 3, you know, 3 bars. That's how you do it. As you can see, heal him there. Okay. Let's keep looking at the talents. It says Hoover lasts 4 seconds. So we're going to talk about Hoover now. Hoover, basically what it does is this. Boom. Boom, you know? What it does is basically it makes you, you know, like you're kind of flying, you know? You are like levitating. Your movement speed is increased by 30%, and you can catch while moving. but you have this. You cannot do the empower spells while moving, but you can cast while moving with this. That's the good thing about it. It's like a leap. I will show you again in 5 because I actually, it didn't work. I don't know why. But you know, you're walking and you press it. You dash to the front, and you're like, you can cast while moving here. You can do, yeah, you can cast while moving. That's all. That's what it does. Then let's see. Let me see what more abilities we have here to show you. Spirit Blossom, as I said, is an empower ability. What it does is just heal. Basically, you want a single target heal, you just do a Spirit Blossom, one charge only. You want to heal 2 people, 2 charges, 3. So you want a single target, you only one. You want a AoE healing, 3. Okay. Dream Breath, the same. But Dream Breath, you want to give like a double hot. You want to give a bigger hot. You just do only the first one. Okay. But you want to give like biggest heal. If you want to do bigger heal, you just charge it full. But the hot is gonna be smaller than the charging with one. So it depends what you want. You want to do that with Echo and Dream Breath. You should do like 1 charge so you get double hot. Okay. Renewal Blaze. This is basically, as it says, surrounds you for 8 seconds. While this effect is active, 100% of damage you take is healed back over 8 seconds. So you press this ability, and all the damage you're taking during 8 seconds, you're gonna get healed. It's gonna heal you for the next one. So for the next 8 seconds, as you can see. So if during the first 8 seconds I take 100k damage, whenever this 8 seconds ends, on the next 8 seconds I will get a debuff or a buff or whatever that it will heal me 100k during that 8 seconds. So this is really broken if you pre-do it. So when the damage is coming, you press it, you survive that 8 seconds, then it will heal you back. Okay, this is really good. It's like one of the best defensive skills you have for yourself. Rescue, basically, I cannot show you how it works right now, but basically what it does is you just press the ability, you target the one guy, target this guy, and then you, I'm gonna invite him. Let me invite you. 1 sec, bro. Testing something. Hope they get, I'm in queue. Oh, unlucky. Okay. So basically what it does is just, I pick him. I need to be in group, obviously. I target him and I pick him and I move in away. That's what it does. Let me see if I can invite someone so I can show it quick. Let me invite you. 1 sec, brother. I'm sorry for this, but you know, I wanted to try show you quick, but I guess I cannot. People don't want me to invite them. Anyway, whatever. So you just pick the guy, as he says here, shop to an ally and fly with them. You basically pick him. And moving away. He has decent range. You can cross the whole. You can use it as well to like jump on top of your ally if the guy is just, you know, if the guy is just, you're dying and you're getting targeted and the guy's far away, you can pick him and run away. So you can use it to like escape from the people that are training you. You know. Okay. What else can I show you here? Okay, from this thingy I can show you more. Then we have one of the most strongest cooldowns for Evoker, Emerald Communion. Emerald Communion, I'm gonna read the tooltip. Commune with the Emerald Dream, restoring 20% of the HP and 2% mana every 0.8 seconds for 4 seconds. Okay, so it's like a big heal. I wanna take full damage so you guys understand how it works. So I press this, and it restores HP. As you can see, it heals a lot. It heals a lot. The good thing about this is you can use it while stun, fear, or silence. This is really OP because you get a stun, you are dying, you press the button, you're full HP. You are completely full HP. You can do it silence while fear as well. The only problem I see with this, you can use it in trap as well. The only problem I see with this, you get stunned, okay? And if you press it because you're dying, and if the enemy team is smart, they can press, for example, they press a fear. Even though it says you can use it while fear, use the animation of the fear while you're casting it. it stops the cast, or like a gouge, or like a polymorph, or something, you know. Then it will stop the cast, you know what I mean? So it could be into good players, it could be annoying to get, but at least you can get one tick, so that should be enough, to be honest. Especially you're gonna get trained, you can do this one, that once you press it, you will get 20% more HP, so you already won't die. One tick plus 20% more HP is insane. Okay. What else we need to talk about? Okay, more. Let me go to the spellbook. It's gonna be easier to read everything. We have a Sure Strike, has no CD. It's basically an ability that does instant damage, has no cooldown. It's like a Frost Shock from Breath of Salmon. You just throw it. It doesn't. Does it slow? No, it doesn't slow. That was other ability. You just throw it, instant damage, and doesn't do that much damage in arena. But you do it to like kill totems, for example. You know, you can spam this to kill totems or to get combat or something. But that's all. Blessing of the Bronze. This is basically like a buff that you need to have all the time because cooldown of hover reduced by 50%. What it does is like it reduces the cooldown of every major ability from every class. For example, from a warrior, I believe if you have this up, it will reduce your leap. I think it's leap, right? From warrior, yeah, I think it is. It will reduce the cooldown of it 15%. You know, so you need, and it's actually puts protection as well. So it's really important that you have it up all the time. It's really important. Cauterous Flame, we talked about it earlier. Deep Breath is basically the dragon flying around that we talked earlier. Disintegrate, it's just, you know, it's damage. You spam it. Actually hard to test it here. Let me go to the dummy. So you basically go into dragon form and you just blast the guy. You do some damage. It doesn't do that much damage, but the important thing is that you can cast it while pressing hover, and you slow the guy 50% while you're casting it. So I'm gonna show you right now on the dummy. So for example, I'm gonna press hover now, and I press disintegrate, as you can see. Boom. Obviously it cost me three essences, a bit expensive. And slow him as well while doing damage, you know, that's what it does. It's not that huge as a healer, but you know, it's extra damage that we can finish. You can kill people with it. It's not that bad. Emerald Blossom is really bad. I will recommend you guys to don't even bind it. It has no healing. It costs 3 essences, 2.4k mana. You throw it. It does AoE heal for everyone that's in on it. It did 8k healing. Not worth, because every other ability you press that costs like essences, like Echo, it will be way better. Like, it's not even worth to press it. Really, you can bind it, but I don't recommend it. It's just basically an AoE heal, and it doesn't heal that much. Fire Breath, basically this is the damage ability. There is a build that does a lot of damage with the Life Giver's Flame that increases damage with Life Source Bender, and yeah. And after you cast it with this, you get your next Living Flame is going to do damage. So basically, this is just the dragon spitting fire, you know? Fire Breath, the more you charge it, the more damage it does. I believe the dot is going to give one. So the more you charge it, the more initial damage it's going to do. But I believe the dot is going to do. The dot is going to be the same, but the more you charge it, the less it lasts. So for example, if you charge it at 3, you will do full initial damage, but the dot is going to be 8 seconds. But if you do it 1 only, the dot is going to be 20 seconds. But normally it's always good to like just cast it full of pump, you know, like do big damage. That's the point of it. Just do big damage with it to everyone that is on the con. You can abuse it with tip the skills to get an instant too. You want to play aggro. Fear of the Aspect is basically Bloodlust, but it doesn't work in arena, so I don't even have it binded, no point. Hoover, we talked about it earlier. Land, we talked about it earlier. Living Flame. Okay, this is on the pre-patch. It's not that you don't use it that much, but this is basically you know, like Smite for no Smite, what am I saying? It's basically like let me put an example from another healer. Like Holy Shock for Paladin. Let's say Holy Shock. I say Holy Shock, you cannot spam it. I cannot think of any right now. But basically you do it on yourself, you just heal yourself. It is right now on the beta, it's gonna be really important with Forced especially. Or you target the enemy, you use the damage with it, as you can see. Damage. The There is some modified talents like Leaping Flames, Life Force Mender, you know, that and you know, this one, Scarlet Adaptation, that we'll read later. And you know, that's all. It does damage to the guy that targets the enemy, and it does healing to yourself. This is gonna be one of the main healing abilities that you will have at level 70 with the 4 set and the 2 set, but right now on the pre-patch you don't even use it, only to do damage. You can do it as well with the Echo, so you get double effect, of course. Obsidian Scale is the wall we talked earlier. The kick we talked earlier, and we place the wall that we talked earlier. Rescue, where we talk about that you pick the guy and move it away. This is the AoE mass rest for PvE. Sleepwalk is the sleep that you drag into on top of you. We talk about this, Okay. Dream Breath, we talk about it. Basically the same as before. Dream Projection is the PP talent. Let me see. We'll talk about PP talents in a second. Echo, basically we talked about it earlier. This is the Dispel. PP talent, we talk about it soon. Okay, Reversion. Reversion, for people that don't know, is a talent. Here, okay. Basically this. With this talent, obviously I don't have it right now picked because it's pre-patch and I don't have enough points. It's basically like Renew from Holy Priest. For the people that don't know what Renew was from Holy Priest, it's like basically you put a hold on yourself, and with this talent, all the healing you do while you have this hold tab is increased by 10%. Okay, that's basically it. What do you want to do with this? You need to abuse the mechanic with Golden Hour. Reversion with Golden Hour. Reversion instantly heals the target for 15% of damage taken in the last 5 seconds. Basically, if the guy is taking a lot of damage for the last 5 seconds, you press Echo, Reversion, and it's gonna get a big heal. Like Omega big heal. It's 50% of it, and if you do it properly every time, at on the details and overall healing, you will see is one of your top healing. So it's really important that you have in mind that pressing Reversion, even if he has the hot up already, but when the guy's taking damage, you just press it again. You press it again and you will heal him a lot with it. More spells. It basically heals over time, as we said. And when it crits, the duration is increased. That's all. We talk about Rewind. Rewind is basically your major cooldown CD for your teammates. 4-minute cooldown. You can reduce it to like 3-minute cooldown here. Is really OP. You need to know how to. You need to know how to use it. Basically, what it does: rewind 50% of damage taken in the last 5 seconds by all allies within 14 yards. Always heals for 5k. Healing is increased by everyone when not in raid. So basically, let's say you're in CC. Your teammates are taking big damage for the last 5 seconds. They go from 80% to 40% HP or 20 or whatever. You leave CC, you don't have any healing, press Rewind, and they will, all that damage, 50% of the damage will go back in time. I guess it's called Rewind, is like going in time, sure. And then they get the HP back. 50% of it they will get the HP back. So maybe from 80 to 20, they will go from 80, they will back 20 to 40 again, you know, 40% HP. That's how it works. And as well, that's a bit of healing too. Depending on how much damage they took, so it's actually really good. If you do good rewinds, it will be one of your top healings in the end of the matchup, especially in solo shuffle. What the good thing about this that I tested the other day, it works through bomb and it works through shadow deal, and I believe it works through pillar. So if the guys behind the pillar, I believe you can press it too. I am not 90% sure, but I think it works. Spirit Blossom, we talked about it earlier. Stasis. Stasis is this talent here. Basically Stasis, what it does, you just press the ability and your next 3 healing spells will be hold in time lock. So right now, let's say I press Echo, that's 1, Reversion 2, let's say I play Spirit Blossom full charge. Boom, I did the 3. Now I have 30 seconds to press it. So what it's gonna do, you have 30 seconds to use it. What it's gonna do is basically replicate what you did. Boom. It's gonna replicate what I did. So what you wanna do with this is like, let's say they're about to do a big go, like big damage to my teammate. So I press Stasis, I Dream Breath. Let's say the best way to do it, I'm gonna tell you right now, it is what what I like to do, if you have free cash, of course, I like to do. Wait, sorry. Spirit Blossom, Spirit Blossom full into Echo into full Dream Breath if you have time. And then whenever you want, you just throw it, make sure you're close to him, boom. He's full HP, the guy with the stasis. That's what it does. You just hold it, you just press it, press the 3 abilities that you can. Obviously, you can press the most powerful ones that are the Spirit Blossom, Dream Breath, and you can do Embrace as well. The one that you leap to the guy, and he will do a lot of healing because he has a lot of healing too. And then what he does is holding time for 30 seconds, there are 3 abilities, boom, press Ecstasis, and then you throw these 3 abilities that you press. That's what it does. And people get confused from how to press it properly. Sometimes you don't even have time. Sometimes you just press Ecstasis, and then you press Echo because you cannot cast, then you press Burden Embrace, and then you press Reversion. And that's not even that bad, you know, like sometimes you don't have time to do more. Okay, time dilation. This is one of the better cooldowns, one of the best cooldowns Evoker has. Basically, what you do, you press time dilation on the people that is getting killed. And obviously it's 50%, but with this time it's 70%. And whenever you press it, for the next 10 seconds and a half, because the 70% of the damage they will take to take it instead on the next 10 seconds. So basically, let's say the guy is gonna take, when you press it, you will get a buff 10 seconds. During these 10 seconds, let's say the guy is taking 100k damage. Okay? So 70% of that 100k damage, you are gonna take it as a debuff later. Okay? That's what it does. It is really insane. As a debuff. So instead of taking like insane insane damage for like 10 seconds, you will delay it. You will take almost no damage, only the 30% left. And then when you get the debuff, you will get a debuff. You can mouse over it, and it will say you're taking. It will do the maths, and during that 10 seconds, you will take every second. You will take, I don't know, 10k per damage. You know, 10k per second. That's how it works. So when the guy is low HP or is wanna take big damage, you just press it. Whenever he loses the debuff, be ready to heal because the debuff could be insanely high, and then you need to heal it. That's all. Am I missing any talent? No, that's basically all. I mean, we can pick more talents here. I can pick the Dreamfly right now to show you. Sorry, I can pick this as well. Dreamfly, if you want to play at level 70. Dreamfly, what it does is just basically you fly. It's like Deep Breath. You remember Deep Breath? Like we talked before about it. But Dreamfly is the same, but it heals. And as well, I forgot to tell you, while you're flying in the air like this, you are immune to CC, by the way. I forgot. It's like meta from Demo Hunter. Sorry, I forgot to say it earlier. While you press Dreamflight or the Deep Breath when you're in the air, you are immune to CC. And you can do this as well to connect to your teammates because they're too far. But what it does is you throw this and you heal them and you give them a HOT as well. You know, so this is really huge. Especially you wanna avoid CC. Oh, the guy is coming for a sip or for a kidney. Boom! I press a fly in the air and I'm immune. So that's basically how it works. Okay. What are we talking about now? PvP talents. PvP talents. Sure. Chrono loop. Trap an enemy in time. So basically, this is basically like an alter time but offensive. Alter time offensive. So you, for example, the enemy player is 20% HP. You press this, and before it expires before the 5 seconds, let's say the enemy healer top him to full. So this 5 seconds ends and he goes back to 20%. That's basically how it works. This is an insane talent if you play offensive. If you play offensive and don't stay in the back like a pussy, you go in, the guy drops HP, 20%, boom, press this, the enemy healer panic, press every cooldown, top it to full, boom, it goes back to 5%. This is insane, for example, into Resto Summons. Resto Summon, let's say it gets done, is 20% HP, is on a link, you know it's on a link, or press something, otherwise he will die. Then, boom, press this on him, the guy is about to die, he tops himself because he link, ascendance, beam, whatever, kill the link, The 5 seconds are already over. He goes back to 20% and die. Boom. I shouldn't say this because I'm a main Resto Summon, but this is insane into Resto Summons, okay? Like, completely insane. Scouting Flame, Fire Breath burns away one beneficial magic effect per empower level from all targets. This is really insane because basically, you know, you have 3 levels, right? Of Fire Breath and every empower ability. So, per empower, so per bar, you purge 1 debuff. I mean, you purge 1 buff. So, you do 1, 2, 3, boom. And then you purge 3 buffs. But you purge 3 buffs per target. So if there are 3 people stuck there, you do 9 purges at full empower. And that's really OP into Restorators and Evokers too. Because Evoker depends a lot on the reversion hot. And you have a Blessing, and then you have like a Dream Breath hot. You know, you have a lot of hots. And Echo too. So it's really insane. Time stop for the people that know, play League of Legends, this is Sonya's. Sonya's. For the people that don't know, basically you ice block your teammate. You can ice block yourself or your teammate. You press it, 2-minute cooldown. You press the ability. I'm gonna show you. Let me pick it. So basically, let's say I'm low HP. Boom. I ice block myself. I can cancel it and then I'm out. This is really insane ability. I love it. I play it a lot, especially into like, I mean, you don't have to play it always, but insanely, especially into like big burst classes, you can do this, or you can do this as well to avoid CC because you are immune to CC there, you know? It's truly insane. Soup Up has the almost same icon as Rescue. So basically, you guys remember Rescue, you pick your ally and fly with them to the location you put. Basically, Soup Up is the same, but for the enemy player. So you target the enemy, and then you pick a location and you fly with him. It's not that much range as the other one because the other one is 30 yards range. This is 15, but you can still make some plays with this. So you pick the enemy and move him away, you know? This is really good, especially with pillars that are not that big and have some pillars. Especially on maps that are not that big and have some pillars. You can like bring them behind the pillar and then root them or sleepwalk in them. Okay, newly fla. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to pronounce this. So basically, this is Hollywood. For the people that don't know what Hollywood is, it was an ability from Holy Press that makes you immune to CC. Basically, you press this ability. Let me pick it right. Sorry, I cannot pick it right now to show you. Just wait for the cooldown. So basically, when you apply this talent, you get a buff with 3 stacks. And each stack gives you immunity to CC. Lasts for 30 seconds, 1 minute and a half CD. So you just press it. I will press it in 20 seconds. You press it and you're immune to CC. Immune to CC, and the thing is you can purge it. But you need to purge 1 stack by 1. That's the only downside, but it's really OP. Especially when you want to go in. You just press it while flying. I'm going to show you in a second. So you, for example, the game starts, you do this, you fly, you press it while casting, boom, immune to CC 3 times, 3 stacks, and then you can just go in, do your thing, fly in the air, do your damage rotation, you do kick someone, just do your CC, you know, like a sleepwalk the other guy, a dribble the other guy, you know, and then till they purge it, you already got some momentum, you know. I use it almost every game. It's really good. Unburdened flight. Basically, this is when you hover, you are immune to movement to slows. That's all. You are immune to slows. So this is broken into DKs, for example, and Asaroks, for example. You know, basically melees. Especially when you're getting trained, you press hover and you cannot get slow. So nobody can catch you with this talent. That's all. Immune to movement, speed reduction effects. And precognition is a new PP talent that when you fake a kick, you get 50% haste and you're immune to CC and interrupts for 4 seconds. I don't recommend this as an evoker because you don't cast that much. You just run, press Burden Infusion on yourself, Echo. Sometimes you cast, yeah, but you just have mobility and then you use all mobility and then you just run, you know? I think that's all for the talents, guys. I don't know if I forgot anything. I want to double check. I don't think I do. Obviously, you have some passives, talents, like Essence Burst, when you Living Flame has a 20% chance to make your essence ability free. Obviously, I forgot to talk about this. Evoker works with essences. This is the you obviously you have mana, but you have another like source that is essences. Echo costs two essences, you know, and you know they charge like kind of fast, so you kinda can spam Echo all the time, you know. So basically, when you press essence, I mean, Living Flame, you have a chance to get a free Echo, free essence. So free Echo essence spender, you know. That is basically Echo or Emerald Blossom that we don't even use, or disintegrate, you know. More passives, I don't know. We'll talk about it later on the talents. Anyway, let's move on, guys, because I don't want to make this video 3 hours long. Healing rotation. Okay. A healing rotation on Evoker, it is, once you understand, it is really easy. It's just all about knowing what every ability does and how it works. So basically, you need to understand, we talked about earlier about golden hour from reversion, right? That when you press reversion, instantly heals the target for 15% of the damage taken in the last 5 seconds. So let's say your guy's getting boosted down really hard, so you just press Echo, reverses, and 50% of the damage it will get healed. Then you can Echo into Verdant Embrace. Then after the Verdant Embrace, you can Dream Breath, because you will get 40% buff from Call of Visera. I'm gonna read it again. After you Verdant Embrace, that is this talent, that the one you leap on your teammate, increase the healing of your next Dream Breath by 40% of your next Living Flame. So basically, let's say you're leaving CC. The guy is really low. What do you want to do? You want to leap to him with Verdant Embrace. Instantly, you get the buff. You Echo. Let's say you cannot cast. You press Tip the Scales. And then you press Dream Breath. And then you top him. Or you can, like, let's say you get from the Force. Let me log on the beta quick. From the Force, let's say you leave CC and you have an insta proc Living Flame. You do the same. Echo, Verdant Embrace, your next Living Flame is another 40% more healing. I mean, 100% more healing. So basically here, the Forcer on the beta, what it does, Reversion has a chance to catch your Living Flames to cast instantly and deal 20% more damage or healing, stack 2 times. So basically, try to have Reversion up all the time, you know. And whenever you get a proc, you just do it insta. But basically, rotation. Make sure to have Echo Reversion always up, because as well you will do 10% more healing with the grace period. So always up. Every time the guy is taking damage, make sure to press Echo Reversion. So you proc Golden Hour and he will get healed from it. As well, what I like to do when you're playing Dream Projection, that I forgot to explain earlier, Dream Projection, you basically press it and you're flying. You need to pass through your teammate, okay, and then you press 2. It's important that you need to pass through your teammate or be close to him when you press the button 2, or when they want to stop you, because you give him a big hot. So I kinda love to do this early, like really early because of the game, because he has no CD, almost 1 minute and a half, and you give him a big hot, okay? So let's say the game starts, and we want to go play offensive. I press Dream Projection, give everyone a big hot, then I give Reversion to the guy, then I Echo. Then let's say he's taking big damage. He has Echo up. Boom. Verdant Embrace, full HP. Let's say he drops. I don't have I can do Echo. Again, Reversion, so I pro Golden Hour. Let's say I don't have more reversions. Echo. I can press Tip the Scales. And then I do Spirit Blossom. Boom. Big heal. I have Verdant Embrace again. Echo, Verdant Embrace. Let's say I don't have Verdant Embrace, Echo, or Tip the Scales. I mean Echo. Let's say I don't have Verdant Embrace. I don't have Reversion as well. Let's say I don't have Verdant Embrace. Let's say I don't have Reversion. Let's say I don't have Tip Skills. I press Echo. I need to cast Dream Breath. You can get a full is big healing, Omega big healing, and you can give a big hold as well. Let's say I don't have anything and it's taking big damage. You just can press a cooldown, time dilation, reversion. You can just press the, you know. Let's say you don't have anything to press. you just go and press Emerald Communion. Emerald Communion, I didn't explain it properly before because I wanted to save it for this moment. I said it heals you, okay? But when you're full HP, so basically it prioritizes you first, and then it will heal your teammates. When you're full HP, so when it heals you to full, it will heal the closest, the lowest teammate you have. And it has big range, I believe it's 30 yards range. It heals you the closest teammate. So it will heal him for, as we said earlier, for 20% of the HP every 0.8 seconds. Every pulse he does, boom, 20% of the HP. So if you're full HP, it will heal him, you know? Basically, the rotation is really simple. You press what you have active. The guy is low. Echo, Burden Embrace, Echo, Reversion to Pro Golden Hour again. You have free cast, Spirit Blossom, one cast to single target. You wanna do AoE healing. You charge it to 3. You can do Echo again, Reversion, Leap to him, Echo, Dream Breath 1 or full, depending you can free cast or not, or get it done. Yeah. Then more about the healing rotation. As well, you can abuse the rescue for positioning to move him away so he takes no damage. But as well, it's really important. Sometimes you don't want to fly your teammate away because it's playing offensive. So you can you can put a fly on the pixel so he doesn't move, but you give him a shield with Toon Guardian. So rescue protects you and your ally, and it will give you and your teammate that you fly with, even if you don't fly, even if you fly 1 yard, it will give both a 30% shield for 5 seconds. So this is an extra panic button that you can use while silence as well. So it's really good. And that's basically it. Like Evoker healing rotation is just like, you maybe think it's hard right now to understand, but trust me, play it and then you will understand. It's really simple. You just press what you have. Make sure you have Echo in a good keybind, Reversion in a good keybind, Burden Embrace in a good keybind, and then make sure you don't panic. The problem is with Evoker, you might panic in the beginning. I did as well. It's really easy to panic, but you just basically need to understand your next global. Make sure to press Reversion. If the guy is dying, Echo, Reversion. You get double hold, and as well Golden Hour heals more. Or level 70, you will have 2 reversions. That means you will have a bigger chance to proc your insta Living Flame. Living Flame is not worth to press unless you get the proc, because it will do 20% more healing, or maybe double if he stacks, 40% if he stacks, you know? If you get 2 procs. What else? I want to talk about ecstasis. We talked about it earlier. Let's say, you Echo, do that. The guy's gonna take damage soon. So you press ecstasis, Dream Breath full charge. Then you do Echo, and then cast Spirit Blossom 1, use for a single target. And then boom, you have a big heal here, You can do it as well with the Burden Embrace or with the Reversion. What you need to like understand on the rotation, you need to prioritize Echo, Reversion, Echo, Burden Embrace, Echo. You have the Living Flame proc, Living Flame, Echo, anything, Echo, whatever you have ready. Obviously, try to prioritize Echo and Reversion first, because you will have 10% more healing from this. And then once you have your Reversion up, you can do Fly, Burden Embrace, then you Living Flame. After Burden Embrace, it's always important that you do Living Flame or Dream Breath, because of the talent Call of this era, that it does 40% more healing on Dream Breath or 100% more on Living Flame. That's how it works. It's simple. If you guys have any question about it, make sure to ask me in the comments or on my stream that I stream every single day. Okay. That's all about the healing rotation. I don't think it's maybe hard to understand in the beginning, but once you play it a bit, it's really easy. A strength and a weakness of Evoker. Okay, the thing about Evoker right now is that he has no weakness. He's just the best healer by miles right now. But yeah, okay, let's be honest. He has one weakness, and it's ZZ. When the only problem with Evoker is like when you get CC, is you have nothing, like the only thing you can press while CC is Emerald Communion. Emerald Communion, basically, as I told you before, Can you say, well, stun, fear, or silence, but into good players, they can stop it with another ECC, you know? But the problem with the Evoker is that the biggest weakness, okay, is not CC. It's just, it's easy, of course, but it's just the range. Basically, on the beta, when Evoker came on the beta, I mean on the alpha, the biggest problem he had is that every ability was 25 yards range. 25 yards range. They buffer it to 30 now. 30 is still low compared to other healers, because every other healer is 40 yards range on the heals. But, you know, Evoker has 30. The only good thing about it is that you can casual moving. You have a lot of mobility on Evoker. So you can kinda, you know, deny the range problem that you have, or like fix it, you know. But yeah, that's the main problem with Evoker, that your range is so short that it's gonna make you tank more CC than you're more CC than the one you're supposed to tank, you know. So for example, when you face mages, let's say the mage is carrying away from you from the pillar, and you need to follow them because otherwise you cannot heal them. It's only 30 yards range of your heals, so you are exposed. You're getting exposed because your healing is not. It doesn't have that much range, you know. So yeah, that's one of the weakness. To say the range of your abilities is 25. I mean, it's 30. Sorry. But the thing is about Evoker is just too. He has too much mobility. So the strengths of Evoker, you have insane healing output, probably one of the most healing output of any healer right now. You have insane mobility, like one of the most mobile healers in Dragonfly right now. You have a lot of immunities, like the Deep Breath that we said earlier, Dream Flight. You're immune to CC. You have the triple stack Holy Ward. You can get purged, you know. You have a knock as well, that's the racial. You have a knock up in the air, that's another racial. You have two racials. You have a lot of utility like root, sleepwalk. You can rescue your teammate and move him away. You have so much utility. That's the thing we talked about earlier. You can you have everything. Evoker has everything. Evoker healer has everything except the only problem he has is the range of the abilities, and they're a bit vulnerable. I never knew how to pronounce this word. Vulnerable? I don't know. Sorry, but they get annoyed by CC. You know, it's because they need to leap in when you if you want to heal your teammate, you leap in with Burden Embrace. And yeah, that exposes you a bit on CC. Of course, you have a kick, but obviously you can get fake on it. And let's be honest, you want to get C buff. And every mage have add-ons, and every mage will try to fake you, you know? So you get fake, you're a bit fuck. Anyway, so basically weaknesses. Weakness of a Evoker, range, ZC. Strengths has everything. Every other... I forgot to say, you have damage as well. Your damage is really high with the damage build, with Fire Breath build. You do Fire Breath into Living Flame, and you do so much damage with it. It's really, really sick. That's the damage build that I use on pre-patch with these two talents, this one and these ones. They're really, really good. They do a lot of damage. So they have damage, healing, utility, mobility, everything, healing, everything. The only problem they have is the range of the abilities and the CC. As well, I forgot to say, another strength you have that I thought it was obvious, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. You have different schools of magic. You have 3 different schools of magic. You have the green one, it's called green. The red one, that is Living Flame or Fire Breath. And you have the bronze one, that is Reversion, Tip the Scales, all these bronze abilities, you know. So you have 3 different schools. So yeah, it's insane. You can just tank kicks sometimes and won't matter too much. Talent builds, I'm gonna show you. Actually, I was about to show you on the beta, but I cannot show you because it went down right now. Builds, I can show you the pre-patch ones right now. So basically, damage one will be this one. Putting 5 more points here, probably I will put them into Renewing Blaze. 1. I will put 1 into Sleepwalk, that's 2. I will put another one into... I will probably put put another one here, that's 3, and then I will put 2 here on the stamina or 2 here on the magic reduce damage taken. And another 5 here. I will just probably go down. I will probably pick Dream Flight, and I will probably pick 2 charges of reversion. That's 2, another 3 here, and another 5. That's what I will do. That's for the damage build. If you go to the healer build for level 70, it will be the same as this, but it will be this is the pre-patch one, but for level 70 you basically add 5 new talents that I cannot show you in the beta right now because the beta just went down right now. Okay, so what will I pick here? I will pick, for example, maybe I pick a bit more of damage. I will probably just go down. I will pick 2 here. Let's say I'm gonna get target, so I just pick like 2 here, or I'm facing magic dots a bit comes like S-play. I can pick these 2, or I can just play short renewing blaze here, or just pick this one to do 20% more healing on myself. Yeah, it's just nothing that changed that much. Actually, I will pick obsidian. I will pick the double wall on this build. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 2, and then you can pick another 2 here into 1 here, or the other way around. Unless you want to do like a mix build between damage, and then you just go down 2, another 2, 4, you know. But nah, not worth. And then here another 5. I will probably go down to like Dreamfly, so you have more healing and more immunity. So like 2 and then 3. That's 3. I'm missing 2. Or I could use another 2. I will pick another one here on Essence Attunement. That's 4. That's 4. And one more where I am not sure right now. Oh, sorry. I forgot about this one. Never mind. I will pick these 3 and these 2 for the 10% more healing reversion. That's all. That's basically the builds. I'm sorry for this. I wanted to show it on the beta because I had the talent builds ready, but I didn't know there was a fucking reset on the beta right now. Okay. Best PP stats. I'm being hearing other streamers that tried more Evoker than me, that played more Evoker than me. But I don't know. I don't think if I wanna follow them. A lot of them said crit is good because of this. What is this one? This one. Each time you gain a sense burst, that is basically this, we talked earlier. Every time you cast Living Flame, you get a 20% chance of getting a sense burst. Essence ability free. Each time you gain Essence Burst, your critical healing is increased by 15%. That will be 30% because you have 2 points. So each time you gain the Sense Burst, that is 20% chance already. It's 1 out of 5, not that much. You will have a 30, you will have, depending on your crit, the maximum crit you can get on the beta is 25, I believe. So it's 1 out of 4 chances to crit every ability. So you will do 30% more healing on that ability. I know it's a lot of percentage, and trust me, I got confused myself as well. Is, let's say, a 25% chance of getting value from the crit. I don't know if it's worth, because haste and mastery on Evoker is really insane. And I show you right now. Haste, you know, your abilities, your casts are faster, blah, blah, blah. The thing about haste is that it reduces the cooldown on reversion and it reduces the cooldown on burden embrace. That is basically your 2 major healing abilities and the ones that you basically spam them. So haste is by far the best stat, but the thing is mastery is insane as well. Healing done to allies is increased by 29%, while their HP percentage is lower than your own. So you have 80%, you're full HP, and your teammate is lower than full HP, you're gonna do 29% more healing to him. I think that's insane. So I think you're gonna play like Druid, you're gonna play like a mix between haste and mastery, and then obviously Burst are the main stat, you know? Like, that's my guess. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it makes no sense to go crit and play around RNG, because Evoker healing is already high. It's already really high. So I will recommend to play haste and Berserk like a mix. I have too much haste right now. I think 20% haste even 18% haste is enough. Then rest, go Versa Mastery, I will say. That would be the best for Evoker, in my opinion. If ends being crit, that I don't think so, I will upload another video to update everyone. But yeah, I think haste Versa is the best. Haste Versa and Master is the best. Next point. What playstyle fits Evoker the most? Offensive or defensive? Oh, I have 2 points here, sorry. I copy the same one twice, sorry. So a lot of people ask me, Lontar, what do you consider do you consider Evoker as an offensive healer or defensive healer? The thing as Evoker is like, if you play offensive, you can actually play super offensive. Like, you can play super offensive because you go in, you're like, this is my arena. Then you just fucking fly with your dragon like this, boom. Then you go back, then you just root them all, then you just sleepwalk the healer with the aura mastery that we say with the PP talent, nobody can kick you. Then you deep breath with the aura mastery, nobody can kick you. Then you leap to your teammate and you grip him away with rescue. You have so many offensive PP talents like Chrono Loop or like Soup Up. You have a lot of panic buttons like Rewind, Time Dilation, Rewind Blaze for yourself, insta healing, different schools. You have a lot of shit. So the thing about Evoker is like, I recommend it to play it aggro, but obviously sometimes it's not worth. If there is a mage that is on a spam poly you need to be careful. You can play aggro for a bit and then you just go back. When you play solo shuffle, I recommend you to play like a monkey. Just go in, at least on the first minute of the game, play like a monkey. You start the game, hover in instantly, press your Holy War 3 stacks, go in, press the root, the landslide, press the root, then you deep breath on top of them to do some damage, tips the scales, fire breath, boom, pumping, then you go back and let your teammate do more, you know? You should play, in my opinion, you should play really aggro in the beginning, and then once the enemy team recover a bit and they wanna do their own go, you just go back a bit. Obviously, that doesn't mean your team cannot play offensive. You can play with them, but what I mean is like, you know, you can stay in the back and heal instead of going in CC, you know? But I think Evoker is gonna be like a mix. Like, for example, Rush Shaman is really offensive healer right now, same with Priest. But Shaman, I mean, Evoker is like a mix. I think you can play it in the back, like as an offensive healer, because you have a lot of cities and a lot of healing. But you have a lot of offense as well with Sleepwalk, Root, Deep Breath, a lot of damage, kick. You can go in for a kick. You can, as I said, alter time the enemy, so when he's getting healed, he's gonna go back to the other HP. You know, you can you can drag the healer away from his DPS so he cannot heal him. You have a lot of offense if you really want to, but you can play it really defensive as well. So I really think I will play the offensive, to be honest, but you can play defensive too. Both work. It's like a mix. I will say it's like a mix, to be honest. Next point. What comps are going to be the best for Evoker in Season 1? I got this question asked a lot on the stream these days, and I actually don't know. I will say comps where they have a lot of like interrupts, because Evoker slacks a bit on... gets a bit stopped by CC, you know. They get a bit annoyed by CC. They cannot heal well in CC. Once they're out of CC, you basically, nobody can die unless you get kicked 20 times or get micro CC, whatever. So basically comps like, for example, melee classes like DSDK, or like melee classes or core, or any melee DPS class that have a lot of like interrupts or a lot of cities to rotate. For example, comps where you can rotate cooldowns and you have kind of a bit of safe healing, like Turbo, Red Warrior. I think Evoker could work. But to be honest, now that I think about it, I think it can work on any comp. Obviously, maybe like Rogue Mage Jungle, where you kind of need the Priest, because you have a lot of CC, you have Fear, have a lot of damage, you know. Good cities like this Priest, Radiance, I mean Barrier, PS, Mind Control, you know. Obviously, it's really hard to replace Priest in that comps, but I think Evoker can replace any other healer on any other comp. Like double melee, double caster, caster melee. I think Evoker is insane. Because the healing is too high, has a lot of panic buttons, a lot of mobility, you know. I don't think it has any problem on any comp. I don't think you want to pick another healer that is into as RMP. I don't think you pick Evoker. Unless you play like full dump RMP, like as Arcane RMP, maybe you can play with Evoker instead. Because Evoker mana is insane as well, so not sure. It's really early to tell, to be honest. To be honest, what comps are gonna be the best? Could be any. It really could be any for Evoker. And the last point, boys, macros. I think you guys should have some of these macros because they're really important. And I'm gonna go down here just to show you quick. Basically, obviously, I have arena. I have focus kick for Kel. That's the kick. And then I have arena 1, 2, 3. I wanna show them for a second. Focus kick cast. You know, focus Kel is the kick. Arena 1, 2, 3 with the kick. Cast arena 2, blah, blah, blah. You can see it, you can copy it. Sure, that's arena 1, 2, 3. Same for the sleepwalk, I have the same. Sleepwalk is the seduce to the guy. Where are the other macros? Sorry. This is the party one to dispel. Whatever, that I have it for every healer. This one. I didn't make it for the Dream Flight yet, but sure. This one, so basically, when you want a deep breath, that is basically the ability that you fly in the air like this, you need to click the floor, you know, whatever you want to fly. But sometimes you leave CC and if you don't click that fast, you won't get it before you get the CC. Let's say you want to immune CC with this, because you're immune while you fly. So you need to like be fast. You know the CC is coming, but you're not fast enough to click. So I made a macro with a cursor. It's basically cast the thingy, cursor, the thingy, deep breath. And you basically put the mouse wherever you want to land, and then you press deep breath. And that's really fast. You don't need to click anything, you know? So that's what I recommended to with Dreamflight. And as well, I have that with Rescue. I have 2 Rescues, I don't know why. With Rescue, basically, you need to click on the floor as well, you know, with this ability. That you pick your teammate. Same with the other ability for the enemy with Soup Up. But with this, let's say you want to move him away, like as far away as you want. So you target your teammate, and then you pick him, and then you put the mouse there, and you move him instantly by just pressing the bottom instead of clicking. You just press the ability and the cursor there, and instant move. You don't need to click. So I really recommend that. This one is the most important one. I really recommend it. It actually helped me a lot because it's really fast. Normally you need to click, but with this you don't need to click. You use really fast. And this macro the same for the PvP talent. For the Soup Up. It's the same. I don't know if I have anything more specific for Evoker. I don't think so. Oh, I had this one. I don't know if they fixed it. So basically, let me try without it. Wait. Let me try without the macro. Removing this. Do you see? This macro is really important. As you can see, if you spam Emerald Communion, it actually cancels. So this is gonna save you a lot of fucking deaths. Make this macro. Put this thing here before the Emerald Communion, so it doesn't cancel. Cast Emerald Communion and put the exclamation mark, sorry. Put it there, so whenever you spam it, it doesn't cancel. It's really important. And if you wanna cancel it, just make a macro with stop casting. That I'm gonna show you for people that don't know. It does not do that one, sorry. This one, stop casting. This is really important macro. And the first time I played Evoker, I was like, dude, why the fuck? How did they stop my Emerald? How did they stop it? But it was myself stopping it because I was spamming it. I was panicking and I was spam pressing it and I stopped it myself. So make sure to have this on the macro so it doesn't stop. And I think that's all for the macros, boys. And I think that's all for the guide. I could have made it better, the guide. Yes, I tried my best. I haven't played that much Evoker. I play on the pre-patch a lot though. I played a lot this week and we almost got 2-8 on it. It was really fun. I really recommend this healer. I'm gonna play it a lot on stream. It's gonna be an important healer for tournaments as well. So yeah, Anyway, I hope you guys like the guide, and maybe I missed something. I'm gonna double check. If I missed something, make sure to ask me in the comments or my Discord on Twitch when I'm streaming, and I will answer anytime, any hour of the day. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on the next guide. That is gonna be the Rest of Summer 1, probably coming in 1-2 weeks from now. So take care. Peace out. Thank you for watching. Follow the YouTube channel. See.